Hi, welcome to SMAC's online video tutorials. In this tutorial we'd like to talk about the newsletter. If you have this option activated, newsletter allows you to send multiple emails to your web users. Web users can be users that have signed into your newsletter, comments users that have added a comment, or users that have ordered something from your online store. Let's just have a look to see if we've got. There's our store. Okay, so let's have a look in a bit more detail on newsletter. So we're going to look at the templates. In order to send a newsletter, you're going to need some kind of text shell that you use to send out. So this is the page where we set up our templates. So a template would be a particular newsletter. If you're going to send a different newsletter each month, you're going to have a different template for each month. But you could copy a template and use that at another month. So it's quite easy. We can make a copy of this. So it's easy to have the same newsletter each month, but you're going to change the text. Okay, so we've got the newsletter title, which is for our internal processes, and then we've got the subject, and we've got the email, account name, contact name, reference. The subject would be newsletter normally, so you would that newsletter October, maybe a number. The reason why this is here is to show you how the dynamic variables work, because you could say newsletter for, and then put in email, and that would then put the email address in the subject, or account name newsletter. So we could have account name, here is your newsletter. So if we look down here in a bit more detail, we can see that we've got these dynamic variables here. So if we enter any of these variables into our area here, instead of home, the user will see a link to the home page, a link to your website. You could always put your website in as well. The company name, rather than having account name, it would use whatever data you've put in the text field company name. Same with contact name, the date that you've the text you put in the contact name, and date and time. So this is quite interesting here. So you could say dear email or account name, here is our monthly newsletter, regards the team. So let's go test newsletter number 1. So here we can see these are dynamic fields. You probably won't need those. Here is our monthly newsletter, regards the team. Okay, that's good. So let's now look at the recipients. So these are all the web users, comments users, users that have bought something, users that have signed up for a newsletter in the footer of your page or wherever you would put that. And these are all our users that we've sourced from our website. We can see this one, there's a comments user here. So this user has added a comment. So the great thing with this system is that we can then filter out certain web users for certain newsletters. So we might want to send just a newsletter to people that have left comments, Or we might want to add a newsletter just to people that have bought something, purchased something from our site. So you can see here we can filter in. Not sure if we've got customers. Yeah, so these are customers. So what this is doing, that's quite nice, it's actually selecting them for us. Ready? These are comment users that have signed up. This one. And you can see these people have, these web users have received this number of email. These are our customers only. We say list all. Okay, so the way this works, all these recipients, if we've got a green tick, it means they're in queue to get sent an email. So basically you have selected these users to receive your newsletter. We've got various options of adding, removing. It's very easy to add users. So we're going to list, we're listing all at the moment. Let's remove all from mailing. Okay, so at the moment there's nobody that's been selected to receive our newsletter. But now we're going to select these three here. Okay, and we say add selected to mailing. Yeah, add selected to mailing. So there you go, you can see we've got these three now. You could select all here as well. So now these three ticks here means that when we send the newsletter, these three recipients will receive our newsletter. And we can say delete selected, remove selected from mailing. We could say remove selected. So we've got real control over who we see. Okay, so that's good. So we've set up the template. We've got our template here. We've selected that. That's good. We've got our recipients. So you can see we've got the steps. We've got our template step. Select recipients of the template step, and then the final step is to send the newsletter. Now the great thing is with this system that we've got obviously complete control over the data, so we can edit users. We can go into individual users and edit them. So let's have a look at this one. Maybe the email is not correct or whatever. And the other great thing is with this system we can add new users. So we can add them ourselves. So let's add a new one. test@yahoo.co.uk. Add. So we've just added another recipient. And this one here, test@yahoo.co.uk. So you can see that this one's got a different tick, and that shows that we've added the user. We've added manually. So the user did not instigate this, it's we added ourselves. Yeah? So you can see now I've clicked added manually. You can see that this one is only selected. So only the users that you've added via the admin will be added to the newsletter. Well, let's just keep this one for the moment. So now we've just selected one user, and now we want to send newsletter. Send newsletter, you can either click from here or click from here. So we click on send newsletter. So now we're looking at the overall summary of what we're about to do. First of all, we're going to select the newsletter here. So we're selecting the newsletter that we want to send. So we've decided this one. We've got our email from, is this email here. And then we're saying use Mailshot list database, which is the recipients that we've added in here. And this is a preview of the page. And in here we can see who is going to get, so the recipients that will receive this Mailshot. We can see here all the addresses that have been added to this newsletter. And to send a newsletter, we just click that button, and that will send this template newsletter to all the recipients in here. So if we go in here, recipients, and we go all add selected to mailing, and then we go send newsletter, you can see we've got all these now. You can see that the recipients get added in here. So it's very easy to see what is going on. So we can say, well, I don't want this one, test at Yahoo. Let's click the button here. Click this one here, and then remove selected from mailing. There we go. And now we've got five items to send. Go. And here we have the newsletters that have been sent. So in order to set up the newsletter, you need to set up email. And we have this email here, Mailgun, and Mailgun will have a system to send our newsletter. So if you've got, even if you've got 10,000 recipients to receive your newsletter, Mailgun will manage everything, and Mailgun will queue the emails on their web server, on their email server. So we only use Mailgun for our newsletters. This system cannot queue emails. What we do is we send the whole bunch of, let's say if there's 1,000 emails, we send the whole bunch to Mailgun, and then Mailgun then distribute them over a period of time to make sure that all the emails get sent. So it's a very, very nice system to keep in touch, and it can be a very basic newsletter, and I'm sure we'll have many more improvements to this in the future. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching.